The Way of the Cross tells the story of Jesus of Nazareth's journey to the cross. It is a story that challenges us to think about injustice and its impacts on human life and dignity, the health of the planet, and the future flourishing of creation as a whole. Yet even in its darkest moments, it is also a story that reminds us of compassion, the power of love, and the persistent possibility that the world can change for the better. The story of Jesus' death is a sad story, but we know it is not the end of the story. As the Christian scriptures say, 3 days after Jesus died, he rose again, and life began anew, for him, for us, and all of creation. As you follow the way of the cross, may you encounter solidarity, compassion, and above all, hope.
I will uncover all the days from the reason to trust you, that chief priest and was crying, crucify you, crucify you. I can see the way to break out. If you doesn't give the crowd when it wants, and he has Jesus arbitrary people to put to death.
Jesus, you stand for justice and respect the dignity of all people. May we follow the way of justice.
Jesus carried the weight of that heavy burden and understood the path ahead would be a difficult one. While he was in the garden, just before his arrest, he had even prayed that God would change the situation.
Jesus, you feel the weight of heavy burdens and walk with all who suffer.
May we follow the way of solidarity.
Under the weight of a heavy cross, Jesus stumbles and falls.
Jesus, you lift up all who stumbled or fell left out.
May we follow the way of dignity.
On the way, Jesus meets his mother. Out of deep love and utter sadness, and walking through some suffering, Mary comforts him. Jesus knew the loving comfort in times of suffering. Mary knew it too. Even while Jesus was on that cross, he showed love for his mother by connecting her with his dear friend John, who made a place for her in his home.
Jesus, you show love without limits and make a place of belongings for all. May we follow the way of love.
On the way to Golgotha, the soldiers come across Simon, a man who has traveled from a place called Cyrene. They make him help Jesus carry the cross. As in Jesus' own story, when we travel life's difficult rides, the help of others can make all the differences sometimes. We depend on the support of friends, family, or others in the community. Other times, we are the ones who need to stand in solidarity with people experiencing need.
Jesus, your solidarity was all we need.
May we follow the way of solidarity.
As Jesus walked along the road slowed and sweating under the weight of the heavy cross, he is met by a woman named Veronica. Seeing his suffering and with the heart full of compassion, Veronica holds out her cloth and uses it to wipe his face. Veronica was moved to compassion and used what she had to help Jesus. Her gesture was a sign of care and human dignity.
Jesus. One just scriptures at my age appealed identity.
May we follow
Follow
the way of courage.
worn out from his slow and terrible journey to Golgotha, Jesus stumbles and falls again.
Jesus, before the cross, you urged your friends to remember the meal of bread and wine you shared.
May we follow the way of sharing.
The woman in the crowd following Jesus wept and mourned for him. Jesus sees their grief and understands what it means for them and the whole of the human family. The word compassion comes from a Latin word compatare, which means to suffer with. Motivated by love and moves us to travel alongside others when they face struggles. Jesus, can you help love, mercy, and spirit? May we follow the way of generosity.
Exhausted and feeling the limits of his human body, Jesus falls again. At times when we feel worn out or downtrodden, we can rely on trusted others to lift us up.
Jesus, you are welcome to you.
May we follow the way of welcome.
The soldiers strip Jesus of his clothes. They tease him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They make him wear a crown of thorns and a scarlet robe. They dress Jesus in his own clothes to strip him of them again and crucify him. Then they divide his garments among themselves.
When all that a person needs to live a safe and healthy life is taken away, their human rights are denied and they are unable to live a life worthy of their dignity. Places like Caritas Australia and its partners work to end poverty, promote justice and uphold dignity.
Jesus, you long for all to experience life in its fullness. May we follow the way of life.
Jesus is crucified between two criminals. It is a dark scene. Nevertheless, Jesus' loves and compassion for humanity is so deep that even while he is being crucified, he prays for God to forgive those who tease and hurt him. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. One of the criminals crucified alongside Jesus, see his innocence in that moment of connection. Jesus replied with the word for forgiveness and welcome. Truly, I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise.
Jesus, you lead us to connect with each other and our common homes. May we follow the way of care.
The sky is dark, and from the cross, Jesus cries out in despair, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Soon after, he dies. At that moment, Not only does the curtain of the temple tear in two from top to bottom, but the whole earth shakes. Injustice can impact the earth and its people for generations, but actions that restore justice help all of creation to thrive. Jesus, you hear both a cry of the earth and the cry of the poor.
May we follow the way of care.
A secret follower of Jesus named Joseph of Arimathea asked Pilate if he can remove the body of Jesus off the cross. Pilate allows it, so Joseph and another follower named Nicodemus take it away and prepare it for burial. Joseph of Arimathea kept his care for Jesus secret because he was afraid of what might happen if it became public. But his fear didn't keep him from acting with care and human dignity.
Jesus, your love beyond measure inspires love in return. May we follow the way of love.